They say every day is for the thief, one day for the owner of the house. But ICPC, the Anti-Corruption Commission, has reversed the role. It is now every day for the owner of the house. If you're involved in bribery, over-invoicing, or any shady deal, the day of reckoning has come. ICPC, the Anti-Corruption Commission, is watching you. If you're reported for any corrupt practice, you'll be investigated, prosecuted, and punished. Corruption is harmful to our nation. Join the campaign against it by reporting any corrupt practice to ICPC, the Anti-Corruption Commission.
Let we join hands with ICPC, make them better.
Let's make Nigeria great again.
ICPC, they want you.
Come on, hand for corruption.
Break the chain of corruption now. Don't give, don't take. This message is brought to you by ICPC, the Anti-Corruption Commission.
Corruption not in my country.
That was a very good business.
Yeah.
The furniture you brought was very perfect.
That's how we roll.
Because then let me do you receipts.
Yeah. How much was it again?
1 million naira.
Okay, write 2.5.
Mbano. The deal was for 1 million naira now.
Okay, write 3 million. I'll give you 500.
Oh no, I just do business like that now. Yeah.
Hey, that can give me back my check. Let me go and look for someone that understand business.
Take.
Your loss.
But it is only for incorruptible customers. What are you talking?
Now get out.
What kind of this?
You will just die.
No,
You will die.
that is the door. Now get out from here.
Rubbish.
Look, my people, make we not really add money for original invoice price. That's not corruption. Say no, not in my country.
Stop corruption now.
Corruption not in my country.
Suddenly, the world stopped. COVID-19 does not discriminate.
Like corruption, everyone,
Regardless of social status, economic class,
color,
creed,
religion.
pays. Corruption is deadly to development. COVID-19 is deadly to human lives.
Corrupt persons exploit times of emergency response
To act corruptly,
Do not be tempted.
don't enrich yourself with COVID-19 relief funds.
ICPC is watching.
if we can end COVID-19.
By sacrificing social contacts, we can eradicate.
Corruption.
COVID-19 can be prevented.
Also,
Corruption can be prevented.
ICPC salutes all the people
On the front lines
Of COVID-19 fight.
we salute you too.
for saying no to corruption. No to corruption.
No to corruption.
No to corruption.
no to corruption.
No to corruption.
No to corruption.
No to corruption.
Hello viewers and welcome to Corruption Must Go, ICPC's weekly television program. I am your host, Murna Barnabas Atiahi. Today on the program, we shall be looking at how you can join the fight against corruption by reporting corruption to the Commission. We shall also bring you a short character building drama and other exciting segments. First, let us join Ruth as she brings us anti-corruption stories. Over to you, Ruth.
Welcome to this segment on anti-corruption stories. I am Ruth Awudi. ICPC announces the appointment of Mrs. Azuka Chinelo Ogugwa as the acting head of Public Enlightenment Department and spokesperson for the Commission. Mrs. Ogugwa takes over from Mrs. Rashidat Aduni Okodua MNI, the outgoing Director of Public Enlightenment, who retires from the services of the Commission after attaining 60 years of age stipulated for retirement. In this new role, she will be responsible for cultivating a positive image for ICPC, managing publicity for its activities and programs, developing anti-corruption enlightenment programs, maintaining relationship with the media, and the implementation of other communication functions. She is also the official spokesperson for the Commission. Until her current appointment, she was the Deputy Head of Education Department in ICPC. Ogugwa is an Assistant Director with the Commission. She holds an MSc in Public Relations, Marketing from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. She is also an Associate Member of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, and the Nigerian Institute of Management, NIM. In another development, a former lecturer with the Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic, Birnin Kebbi, Mohammed Sani Nuhu, has been arraigned in court by ICPC for allegedly defrauding the school of 6 million naira. ICPC, in a 4-count charge filed before Justice Usman Hassan of the Kebbi State High Court, accused Mr. Nuhu of abuse of office when he allegedly diverted 6 million naira meant for attending a conference and paying for his postgraduate studies into personal use. Counsel to ICPC, Mashkur Salisu, told the court that his offense violated Section 19 of the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Act 2000 and Section 311 of the Penal Code. The court heard that the former lecturer was given 6 million naira grant by the Polytechnic in 2017 to enable him to attend an international conference in the United Kingdom and also pursue a Doctor of Philosophy (PhD) program in Malaysia. He was alleged to have failed to attend the conference as well as declined to embark on the postgraduate studies after he was paid. The accused pleaded not guilty when the charge was read to him. His counsel, S.M. Danyaro, prayed the court to grant him bail on liberal terms. Counsel to ICPC, who did not oppose the bail application, however, prayed the court to grant him bail on terms that would enable the accused to attend trial without fail. Justice Hassan, while ruling on the bail application, granted the accused bail in the sum of 100,000 naira and surety in like sum. The surety must be of good character and resident in Kebbi State. The matter was adjourned to a later date for commencement of hearing.
Suddenly, the world stopped. COVID-19 does not discriminate.
Like corruption, everyone,
regardless of social status, economic class,
color,
creed,
religion,
pays. Corruption is deadly to development. COVID-19 is deadly to human lives.
Corrupt persons exploit times of emergency response to act corruptly.
Do not be tempted.
Don't enrich yourself with COVID-19 relief funds.
ICPC is watching.
If we can end COVID-19
By sacrificing social contacts, we can eradicate
Corruption.
COVID-19 can be prevented.
Also,
Corruption can be prevented.
ICPC salutes all the people
on the front lines
of COVID-19 fight.
we salute you too.
for saying
No to corruption. No to corruption.
No to corruption.
no to corruption.
no to corruption.
No to corruption.
No to corruption.
No to corruption.
Welcome back. Section 6A of the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Act 2000 empowers the Commission to receive and investigate any report of conspiracy to commit or attempt to commit or commission of such offense, and in any appropriate cases to prosecute offenders. These reports often come in as petitions. The enabling law of the Commission encourages people to send petitions to the Commission in order to kickstart investigations. The law even makes provision for people who are illiterate in English language. Petitions are indispensable to the work of ICPC. The bulk of cases treated by ICPC begin with petitions submitted by well-meaning individuals. Many times we have heard people raise questions such as, why does ICPC have to depend on petitions to commence investigations? How can one send in petitions? And is there any provision for the protection for informants? To answer these questions and more, we have with us Barrister Ebenezer Shogunle from our legal department. Let us hear from him.
The straight answer is no. In modern times, no serious law enforcement agency will sit back and wait until there is a report of some kind before launching an investigation. Unfortunately, the ICPC Act makes provisions that allows the Commission to launch what we call intelligence-led investigations. Intelligence-led investigation means you got information through other sources other than from a formal written petition. In fact, the specific provision of the law is Section 27(3) of the ICPC Act, which provides that an officer of the Commission may begin an investigation into a suspected case of corruption upon a report received, which is a petition, or information otherwise received by him. In other words, it is possible from reading a newspaper, for example, you get whom the press, the journalists, generally referred to as the fourth estate of the realm. There's a lot of investigative journalism going on, and they make reports in the media, and through such open sources we get information which is analyzed, and where it meets the criteria for investigation to be launched, it will be launched. And what is that criteria? There must be reasonable grounds to suspect that there's been a conspiracy by anybody or any group of persons to commit an offense under the ICPC Act or under any other law prohibiting corruption and dishonest practices. So to answer your question finally, we do not rely solely on petitions before we launch an investigation. We have so many sources and media that the members of the public can reach ICPC. We have toll-free lines. That is just by mere telephone calls. And these phone calls are not charged to you. They're absolutely free. The lines, I'm sure, will be displayed for the viewers to see. Through these lines, you can reach ICPC officers who are on standby. They are well trained on the kind of interaction, the way they interact with anybody providing information. They take notes of these reports and they are promptly forwarded to the appropriate sectors to analyze the reports and to advise on what steps are to be taken. You can also reach ICPC through email. The email addresses as well will be provided. I'm sure the viewers will be able to see that even as I'm speaking. We can reach ICPC through its Twitter handle. We can reach ICPC through WhatsApp. We can reach ICPC even on Facebook. And so apart from the conventional way of writing a petition and sending by post or by hand delivery to the office of the Honorable Chairman or the offices of any of the resident anti-corruption commissioners that we have currently in about 14 states of the Federation. And the headquarters in Abuja. So ICPC is very accessible. The leadership of the commission also have made themselves equally very accessible, so that we're not just interested in reports about members of the public, but as well in monitoring operatives of the commission who may, for one reason or the other, be seen to be stepping outside the bounds of their responsibilities. The chairman has made himself absolutely accessible. Members of the commission who are from the various geopolitical zones of the country have also made themselves absolutely accessible. So reports can be made to any of these principal officers of the commission, and as well, like I said before, to the various resident anti-corruption commissioners in each of the 14 states that we currently have offices of the ICPC. Yes, ICPC has what I would say in my mind is a robust provision for protection of informants. Generally, across the country and internationally, one of the best practices that we know is to have what we call a Witness Protection Act that makes comprehensive provisions as to defining who is a witness, how does that witness qualify for protection, what is the value of the information the witness is giving, and it sets those guidelines. Right now in Nigeria, we do not yet have such a law. But the National Assembly, I'm aware of processes to pass a Witness Protection Act. It is there before the National Assembly. But under the ICPC Act, we have provisions that protect the identity of our informants. And what does that provision say? Specifically, that the content of a petition, the identity of the writer of a petition, shall not be revealed to anybody by any operative of the commission until the suspect in the case has been arrested or charged to court. That is one. Secondly, that even when you are in court and the process is on, nobody, not the court, not the judge, not the defense, can compel or insist on knowing the identity of the informant. Now, the interesting thing to note is that most times when we charge cases to court, that is usually the first thing defense counsel want to raise. Who wrote this petition? We want to confront him. It's our right to cross-examine him. As far as we are concerned, it is the information supply that is of value. And most times, in an effort to protect the identity of the informant, we don't even call on the informant as a witness. We work with the information. Once we verify the information, we find the information credible. That is when we confront the suspect with the information. His duty is to rebut the information. He has no business with the identity of who gave the information. And again, I must stress, in all my years as a staff of ICPC, and based on the training and the orientation of the staff here, and based again on the policy of enforcement, we have never revealed the identities of our informants. We have always gone out of our way to protect the identity of our informants. But then what do we see in practice, which is most unfortunate? Most times we have people who write petitions, who come to the gate of ICPC with their petitions, with their own media crew, to come and announce to the world that yes, I, so person, have just submitted a petition against so person at ICPC. And then they put this on social media, thereby revealing their own identities. And in their own estimation, they think they are doing the right thing. But unfortunately, they are jeopardizing the investigation. They are jeopardizing their own self, because the person you have petitioned against will not just fold his hands. Now he has seen you as the source of his worries. He will go out of his way to want to deal with you. And then you fold up your hands and say, ICPC, come and rescue me, when you created the problems for yourself.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
My name is Alera. I am not sick. I just need you to help put your stamp on this medical report. I want to tender it at my office as a sick leave. I'll pay 10,000 naira.
Ma'am, that is impersonation. I'm not a doctor.
Oga, be like say this English no go pay. I go increase the money to 20,000 naira. I beg. You know, if I give you that 20,000, as you ride, so you know, if it still help your condition more. So you don't say you spread well.
As I spread like virus, I'll be.
You talk.
Come out! If person come your hospital, talk to make you give am fake medical report, make you go take collect sick leave. Talk and say no, na corruption. Not in my country.
Stop corruption now.
Corruption not in my country.
Since exemption in the year 2000, ICPC has so far received and investigated petitions of hundreds of public functionaries such as the legislators, ministers, judges, police officers, etc. Many of such cases have been successfully prosecuted, and many more are still pending in courts all over the country. For the anti-corruption crusade to succeed in Nigeria, all hands must be on deck to report any act of corruption to ICPC headquarters or the nearest ICPC state office. Remember that from the comfort of your homes, you can send in your petitions through the Commission's social media handles and toll-free numbers showing on your screen. That's our package for this week. You can watch the program on our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/ICPC Nigeria. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, wash your hands regularly with soap, and maintain social distance. See you again next week, and bye for now.